um, how many of y'all believe in the keeping busy myth? So like, let's say you're going through something, right? And you're just like, I'm gonna keep busy, so I'm gonna go shopping, I'm gonna change my hair, I'm gonna do this, so therefore I don't have to think about it, and therefore like I'll feel better. Do y'all believe in that, or do y'all think that's a myth?
I definitely agree. It's not good to dwell on something, especially if you're upset about it. Because if you dwell on something, then you're going to be unproductive and then you're just going to be in your mood all day.
I would agree too. I think keeping busy is, a temporary thing. Like sometimes I gotta push through my day. So this may not be the moment for me to sit in my feelings. So yes, I'm going to keep busy. But when the day is done, then I may have a moment or time where I can decompress because I feel like that's still important. I don't think keeping busy should be like the goal throughout the entire time. Like, oh, I'm just going to keep busy and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep, because you just building up stuff that you haven't really addressed. But I think for a moment, keeping busy, I don't think that's a problem. As long as you go back and address whatever it was that you were feeling that's got you keeping busy.
I agree. I don't think keeping busy should be like your sole coping mechanism, like for whatever you're going through. But I mean, like for me, when I'm stressed, like I just want to have fun, so I gotta be going out and stuff like that. But then, like, kind of how she mentioned, you still gotta go home and like be alone with your feelings, like not like waste your life and dwell on it because it already happened. Whatever it is, you can't necessarily change it, but you still have to like accept those feelings and get comfortable with them. But I mean, life keeps going, so you do gotta do what you gotta do.
I like y'all's opinions. I disagree with all three of y'all though. I think that it's a
crazy.
myth. Yeah, I know. I think it's a myth. I think even the concept of being busy, because you know how people say busy is good? I don't think so. I think in this world, you should have something going on, but it shouldn't be to the point where you're not only neglecting yourself, you're neglecting your loved ones. You're not in tune with what the world really has to offer. And when I say world, like, even just being in touch with like nature, even viewing like a butterfly passing by you or a tree, just being in touch with the stillness of the world, that's hard if you're constantly always busy because you're missing out on so much. You're missing out on balance. I think when you're going through something, I think the worst thing that you can do is being busy because you don't get the opportunity to really sit down and process and most importantly heal with what you're going through.
But do you not feel like you can come back to it?
Because you can come back to it, but it's going to hurt even more because it just keeps on piling up. That's why I feel like during the pandemic, so one of the reasons why people were going so crazy was because that was one of the first times in their lives where they actually had to like sit down
still.
with their emotions because there was nothing to do. So I think that when you're going through something, it's really important to address it head on and not just have the myth of just always being busy because you're going to have to deal with it later. And instead of dealing with it later, just deal with it now. That's my personal opinion.
But I do feel like there's different levels of busy, like not coming up with like stuff to do and like, oh, I can't be home, da 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 da, but like still taking care of your responsibilities. Like let's say you sitting at home and you sad and it's like, oh, I could go to the gym, like I need to, that's the thing that I do. You can go to the gym, and then you got other errands to run, like you got to do your laundry or whatever, stuff like that. Like you're not sitting and dwelling, like you're not too busy to talk to your family or whatever the case may be, but you're staying busy, like you're doing stuff, you're taking care of your responsibilities. Like you got to walk your dog, you ain't walked your dog in a minute. Like it's different levels to busy. Not like going out, you partied all night, you come home, you don't want to be at home, so you go out again. Like that's a little different. That's like you running from your problems, but you can like process and heal while also being busy. Like if you had a hobby that you used to love and you don't do it no more, you can pick that hobby back up, like yoga or whatever the case may be. Like implementing like different parts into your life to like be busy, but not like overcompensate or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I think taking care of your responsibilities is different than being busy. That's my other unpopular opinion. Y'all might agree or disagree, don't know. But yeah, like okay, so taking care of your responsibilities, like okay, going to the gym, paying your bills, taking care of your kids, walking your dog or whatever, that's what you're supposed to do. Like that's just something like that's just what you're supposed to do. But I'm referring more to like the extra stuff of, you know, I'm about to go buy this. I'm about to go, you know, change my hair multiple times. I'm about to go take this trip. I'm about to go, you know, you're doing all this extra stuff while neglecting, you know, internally what's going on. Like the extra stuff, is it really necessary? Like, is it really necessary? It's not. So if it's not necessary, why are you doing it instead of dealing with your problems? That's what I was more referring to. But your actual responsibilities, like stuff that you like literally have to do every day, that's different. You got to do that. That's, you know, yeah.
I think people's like thinking process are different. Like I definitely agree with you with the they need to like not do all the extra shit to like deal with what they're dealing with. But then again, it's like that's how they best deal with, because you don't know what people be going through. They can go through a breakup or like a death, and they don't want to be thinking about that person, because every time they would sit and think about that person, they would start to dwell in that like emotion. But I do agree. I mean, sometimes for other people, like doing those extra shit like helps them, but it's not usually necessary.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's what I'm saying, because like what you said was right, but what I'm saying, right, instead of just waiting to deal with it, just do it right now, because I feel like the longer that you wait, the worse that is going to be, if that makes sense. That's just my personal.
I be thinking like if it's gonna take time anyway for me to get through it and heal through it, then it'll
Yeah,
be
it's gonna take
okay.
time.
And it's
No, but like just start now. Why would you wait? Just do it now.
sometimes you don't want to. You know, sometimes that's the truth. Like whatever it is, you don't even want to sit with it yet. And so I need a moment. But once I'm ready to sit with it, then I'll sit in that feeling. But sometimes you don't want to. And I know sometimes that if I sit in a certain feeling, it will pour out into, you know, my friendships or my work for the day or the responsibilities that I have. And, you know, sometimes you just can't have that. So sometimes I do just have to wait and I can think about it later, you know, or even if I want to take a small moment and be like, okay, I'm going to sit in it for a moment, I can, or I could just wait and I could just come back to it when I'm ready to, because I feel like sometimes you can sit in a feeling, and if I'm not really ready to process through it, I'm wasting my time sitting there. I'm wasting my time, and I might as well just keep going. There's not going to be real resolve just yet until I'm ready. Do you get that?
No, I get it. I agree though. Like this was okay. I feel like we're all kind of like saying the same thing low key, just in different forms.
Maybe.
Kind of.
Yeah.